This is IGN. Stranger Things: The First Shadow has been confirmed for Netflix. Welcome to your IGN Daily Update. But first, Mummy fans, you got a lot going for you right now. Lee Cronin's Take is dropping trailers and visuals left and right, and the film is set to be released in just over 2 months. On top of that, Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz are returning for a sequel to the beloved 1999 adventure film, and we now have a release date for that project. According to the official release calendar for Universal Pictures, the 4th installment in the Mummy franchise, which currently has no official title just yet, will hit theaters on May 19th, 2028. It's a ways away for sure, but at least there's a date on the books. David Coggeshall, the writer behind Orphan First Kill, will write the script for the upcoming Mummy sequel film, and it seems as though the plot of the next movie will be fulfilling a dream for Fraser himself. The one I wanted to make is forthcoming, he explained to the Associated Press back in November. And I've been waiting 20 years for this call. Sometimes it was loud, sometimes it was a faint telegraph. Now it's time to give the fans what they want. After The Mummy was released in 1999, the first sequel, titled The Mummy Returns, debuted 2 years later in 2001. The third film premiered in 2008, though Weisz did not return for it and was replaced by Maria Bello. Thankfully, though, she's back, and it's hoped she and Fraser will bring the heart and charm of the original right back to this beloved franchise. In 2028, that is. And Oscar-nominated racing blockbuster F1 is getting a sequel, producer Jerry Bruckheimer has now confirmed. Speaking to BBC News Wednesday, Bruckheimer confirmed that he was working on a sequel, though did not share further detail on a filming schedule or plans for a release. It's unknown, too, whether F1 star Brad Pitt will return for the second film. The quick confirmation comes as something of a surprise, just days after executives from both F1 and Apple TV hinted at the possibility of a F1 follow-up, while simultaneously suggesting that any public confirmation was still a year away. Bruckheimer, who apparently didn't get that memo, said he planned to be involved again, including in casting decisions. "I never worked with Brad Pitt before, and it's really a thrill to work with Brad," he added, without confirming whether the Fight Club, Ocean's 11, and Troy star had yet been tempted back on board for the sequel. Work on F1 2, or whatever it gets called, seems to still be in its early stages, and that's not surprising, considering the fact that the first F1 is still to see out its awards season. Released last summer, the movie earned $630 million at the global box office and garnered 4 Academy Award nominations for Best Picture, Best Film Editing, Best Sound, and Best Visual Effects. Netflix will release a recorded version of Stranger Things: The First Shadow, the franchise's live stage show, which includes important backstory for Henry Creel. As reported by Collider, Netflix is expected to film the show this week with its original Broadway cast. A release date for the filmed version has not yet been announced. Fans have recognized Stranger Things: The First Shadow as an important chapter of lore within the franchise, as it answers questions about Henry Creel, aka the series' key villain Vecna, that some had expected from its divisive finale, and then from within the series' phantom extra episode that some fans incorrectly believed would follow. The prequel to the main Stranger Things TV series, set during Henry Creel's teenage years, The First Shadow shows the growth of Creel's psychokinetic powers and finally reveals their true origin. Audiences also get to see the proto-villain at school with some other familiar faces, Jim Hopper and Joyce Byers, then Maldonado. For fans, The First Shadow is a key part of the main series' story, so it makes sense that Netflix is now filming it for a wider audience who can't easily get to its Broadway or West End productions. Will its lore also help calm those who still feel the TV series' final episode and wider final season didn't do everything they wanted? Well, that remains to be seen. The First Shadow originally launched in London in 2023, several years before Stranger Things ended, but was always planned to tell a story that dovetailed into the main show. Its script was written by series writer Kate Trefry, who worked on the plot with Stranger Things creators Matt and Ross Duffer, as well as Adolescence and Harry Potter and the Cursed Child writer Jack Thorne. The play also features the character of Dr. Martin Papa Brenner, whose TV actor Matthew Modine recently said he disliked the series' finale and hoped for fans that the conspiracy theory around a secret final episode was actually true. It's not. Stranger Things was a generational event that barreled into a series finale with almost impossible expectations surrounding it, IGN wrote in our review of the Stranger Things series finale. The Duffers certainly evolved into the successful blockbuster directors they so admired in their childhoods, but their enduring legacy will be mostly doing right by a cast of characters who beguiled the globe. While the main series may have ended, there's still plenty more Stranger Things to come, as well as The First Shadow. The Duffer Brothers are now working on a new live-action TV spinoff with fresh characters, and we've already got our first look at Stranger Things 85, an animated series showing further adventures with the original gang while they were younger. That's your IGN Daily Update. My name is Tony Jackson, and if you want more news on your favorite games and entertainment topics, make sure to visit us at IGN.com. You can also download our free app on your phone or console, and subscribe to our weekly podcasts through the podcast service of your choice.
SpokenLayer.